Hey everyone, it's Sarah, and today I am back to talk about a really cool website called Sommelier du Parfum. So they recently reached out and asked if I wanted to get on and take their little fragrance quiz, which would kind of recommend perfumes to me, and that they would send me a little discovery kit, and which is what I've got here. This is what the little discovery kit looks like. They do ship worldwide, and they do ship worldwide for free. And I just want to tell you, this was such a fun experience. I loved taking the perfume quiz. It asks you a series of questions, which basically you just answer according to your preferences, and then it will recommend fragrances to you. You can certainly choose some of their recommendations, but you can also go and just go through all of the fragrances that they have and choose whatever you want, which I think is what I did. I think I chose a few of their recommendations, and then I think I chose a couple on my own, and then I think they included one or two more that were neither. So anyways, I do want to go through. I love the little packaging. I love it's got this little black bow on it, which you just slide off, and then this is your little discovery set, and it says on the back, hand-picked premium scents selected just for you. And yeah, it is a niche website, so it is mostly niche perfumes. I don't believe I saw anything like designer. And then when you open it, so this is what it looks like. This is what your little discovery kit looks like inside. And so these are the 5 that I chose, and then you've got one at the end, and it says Surprise du Sommelier. So they do include like a little surprise one. What I loved about this is the little insert that they put in here. So it tells you like how to test a fragrance and why perfume evolves. So under how to test a fragrance, it says avoid bad surprises. To test a perfume properly, nothing is better than trying it directly on your skin. Ideally, you should spray the perfume on a warm part of your body, such as the wrists or neck, so that it can be diffused as effectively as possible. Smell the perfume regularly for the next few hours after spraying it in order to follow its evolution on your skin. And then it says, why does perfume evolve? So each perfume is made from molecules that evaporate at different speeds. Citrus fruits and fruits, so those are your top notes, they only last a few minutes after spraying it. Flowers and spices, which are your heart notes, contribute significantly to the smell of the perfume. And finally, woods and musks are the base notes that can be smelled several hours after application. So basically, most of us here are perfume fanatics, and we know that fragrances evolve on your skin. So yeah, let's get into the fragrances that I picked. I've got 5 that I picked out, and then one that they surprised me with. So one of the first ones that I picked out is a Ducita fragrance. So this is Parfums Ducita, and this is called Rosarin. This is a rose fragrance. And oh my gosh, this is beautiful. This is a gorgeous, sweet, jammy rose. It actually reminds me a lot of Rose Jam from Lush. It reminds me a lot of Rose Jam. In fact, I need to test them side by side. This one's a little bit more complex. This has got a lot more going on in it than Rose Jam does. But they're really, really similar. This one is Bulgarian Rose, Lychee, Raspberry and Bergamot, Rose de Mai, Ambrette, Jasmine Sambac, Incense, Orris and Amorous, Patchouli, Vetiver, Sandalwood, Vanilla, Benzoin, and Cacao. It's really gorgeous. I can't wait to test this one on skin. It is, like I said, very similar to Rose Jam, but it's more complex. Definitely has a ton more notes in it, but I love this one. Cannot wait to test this one on skin. I haven't tested any of these on skin because if you guys saw you guys will see in my what I wore last week video, I wore so many fragrances last week that I didn't even touch this. I haven't even touched this yet as far as testing any. Okay, next I picked out one called Sous le Manteau, and this is called Odiac. Okay, and this one, this one's really beautiful too. This one to me is very, very unisex. I could see this on a man. In fact, I think it would be really beautiful on a man. So this one is bergamot and geranium, liatris, cascarilla, mate and elemi resin, hay, tonka bean, tobacco, and vetiver. I love a hay note in this, so I think it was the hay and the tonka bean that got me on this one. This is more of a warm weather fragrance, so I'm gonna need to test this quickly before it cools down for the year. But yeah, I'll definitely test this one in the heat because it's definitely a lighter fragrance meant for warmer weather. Okay, next we have, this is an olfactive studio fragrance, and this is called Vanilla Shot. This is a fragrance that I have been dying to get my nose on for a long time. I've never smelled anything from Olfactive Studio. This is gonna be gorgeous in colder weather. This is definitely a heavier vanilla. So this one, and it's funny because as soon as I smelled this, I got Marc Jacob Decadence vibes. It definitely doesn't smell exactly like Decadence, but there's Decadence in there. And you'll see when I tell you what the notes are why. This is coriander, saffron, and aldehydes, rose, and dried fruits. And Decadence has saffron and plum, and I think coriander as well, and some resins, so they're kind of similar. And I'm glad to know that because I don't feel like I'm missing out on anything with this fragrance anymore because I already have something that smells very similar. But yeah, it is really beautiful. It's much lighter than Decadence. I think it's more wearable than Decadence. Much less saffron in this than in Decadence. Really beautiful. I really enjoyed that one. I'm gonna enjoy testing that in colder weather as well. Okay, and then next we have another Parfums de Cita, and this is Cavatina. Oh my gosh, yes. This is a gorgeous floral. This immediately took me back to my childhood. This has got the most beautiful Lily of the Valley note in it, which is what makes it smell very like, I don't know, 80s to me. Lily of the Valley is such an 80s scent or note to me because of Jessica McClintock. Jessica McClintock was such a quintessential like Lily of the Valley fragrance, and that's where my head goes every time I smell Lily of the Valley. This is beautiful. This is like a green Lily of the Valley fragrance. Okay, so this one is Egyptian Jasmine, Calabrian Bergamot, Tuberose, Lily of the Valley, Tea Rose, and Ylang Ylang, Ambrette, Sandalwood, and Vanilla Absolute. It's gorgeous. It's a beautiful, sweet, green, floral, but mostly Lily of the Valley fragrance. I love this one. This is another one I'm gonna hang on to until it starts to warm up. I might wear it before it cools off, but to me, this is more of a springtime fragrance. Lily of the Valley is such a springtime note for me. But yeah, gorgeous. So that is Parfums de Cita Cavatina. Okay, next I picked out another olfactive studio fragrance, and this one is called Violet Shot. I love a violet fragrance. This is a kind of light, fresh, kind of dusty violet. So this one is, it says cut grass, mandarin and rose, violet leaf, and it says a leathery note of saffroline. I've never heard of saffroline. Saffroline, Indonesian patchouli, and vanilla bean, and labdanum. It's gorgeous. It's right up my alley. This is my kind of a fragrance. A beautiful dusty violet with some light resins in the base and a little bit of vanilla. Ugh, it's beautiful. I love it. So that one is called Vanilla Shot from Olfactive Studio. And then last but not least, we've got Acrorise, which I've been hearing a lot about this fragrance. I think this is a kind of summery perfume. Oh gosh, it's beautiful. It smells like I want to be on This smells like I want to be on a cruise ship somewhere. This smells like a really expensive, good quality version of Summer Breeze from Ocean Pacific. That's what this smells like. It smells like a really high quality version of Ocean Pacific. Summer Breeze smells almost identical to it, but you can smell the quality in this. Oh my gosh, this is delicious. Okay, so this is coconut water, pineapple. It says reminiscent of a pina colada cocktail. It mixes toffee and tiare flower and closes with sandalwood. It's delicious. If you like Ocean Pacific Summer Breeze, I think you would love this. This is a way better quality version of that, but it smells almost identical. This is delicious. I might try to get this in before it gets cold. But yeah, you guys, so that is a little discovery kit from Sommelier du Parfum. You can get, you can take your little quiz and you can pick out your fragrances, and you can get this same discovery kit for $25 shipped worldwide, which is amazing for, and these are good samples. They're spray samples. You get a good amount of perfume in these. And these are definitely more than a mil. I'm not totally sure how exactly what the volume is, but this is more than a mil, I can tell you that. So this is a really great website if you are really wanting to discover some niche fragrances and you just don't want to blind buy anything. This is amazing, and I like this way better than Lucky Scent because I love that you get little sprays instead of dabbers. I just like a spray perfume so much better. So yeah, $25 shipped, such a good price on that. I will have this linked, I will have the website linked down below for you. I do hope that you all enjoyed this and found it helpful. If you did, don't forget to give it a big thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe before you leave, and I will see you on my next one. Bye.